already know that you want to make $100 a day. I know that you want to make money online, you want to start making passive income, you want to start selling digital products, you want to be able to do things in your life that you have not been able to do, that you have not been able to afford. You want to be able to have a certain level of freedom. You want the life that you see other people living. I know that because you clicked on this video, and there is nothing wrong with wanting more for your life. You can be grateful for the things that you have right now and still want more. Two things can absolutely be true at the same time. So if you clicked on this video, you are in the right place. My name is Treviana, and on this channel, I literally talk about everything that I've done to make my first sale and things that I'm doing to make consistent sales online in the digital space. And I give you this information because I understand how frustrating it is when there's so much that you want to do. There's a way that you imagine your life being, and you cannot figure out why things are not lining up. Like, you are trying to be the best person you can be. You are praying, you are, trying to journal, trying to meditate, and this money is not falling into your lap. I understand how frustrating that can be, and it's not falling into your lap because it's not just going to fall into your lap. And I had to learn that, right? When I first created my first digital product in 2019, I thought that thing was going to sell, and baby, it did not sell a thing. Okay, I just bring this information to you so that you can have a place to come, so that you can connect with somebody that has been exactly where you are, that has gotten from where you are to where I am, and so that you can see me as an example of where you can be, because I am no different than you. So let's just go ahead and get into the video. In this video, I'm just going to give you some pointers on like where to start and things that you can do right now so that it does not feel overwhelming to start on this journey. I know when you are watching a bunch of different videos, it can sometimes feel exhausting. Like, this is too much information. I don't know what to do with all this information. Where do I even begin? Where do I start? I want you to know that I read your comments. So for those of you that comment in or on my videos or in the community on here or in my private community, like, I am reading your comments, and I tailor the information that I give around your biggest concerns, right? The biggest issues that you guys are having. And so I just want to give you just like a quick video that you can just start implementing these things like immediately, like right away. So I have my list here. The first thing that I would suggest that you do, which you've probably heard me say it over and over and over like a broken record, but it is to figure out what problem you are going to help somebody else solve. Now, there's so many problems that you have solved in your life, and you just don't recognize them as problems because you are probably so used to figuring shit out that it just comes natural to you to figure shit out, right? And so you don't look at it as something you could teach somebody because it's just, I had to figure it out. Like, my back was against the wall. I had to figure it out. I had to learn how to do this. I just had to figure it out. And you don't realize that that thing that you had to figure out, those things that you had to figure out, somebody else out there is trying to figure it out as well. And so if you have already figured it out, then that person is waiting for you to show up for them. Have an ebook that you can download if you click the link in the description box below that can literally walk you through every single step that you need to figure out, what is it that I know? What is it that I have done? What is it that I can help somebody else do and help somebody else figure out? In the 100 Ways to Guarantee Your First Sale ebook, it is not just an ebook of 100 ways to guarantee your first sale. It is worksheets, things that you can actually download, start doing the things that I'm telling you to do. Start figuring it out, right? And I want you to download the ebook and then start working on figuring out what it is that you have to offer, what it is that you can help somebody else do, and what it is that you can help somebody else solve. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to worry about no website. You don't need to be worrying about no landing pages. You don't need to be worried about a funnel. You don't need to be worrying about building an audience. You don't need to be worrying about anything else other than, what value can I bring to this world? What is it that I have to offer this world? What is it that I have to offer that one person? If God assigned me one person to help, What is it that I can offer? How can I help that one person? You work through the worksheets that are in the ebook, you're going to start to uncover things that you would have never even thought about on what you can give as value and how you can help somebody else. The second thing that I want to encourage you to do is to remind yourself that you solved that problem not just for you. Whatever problem it is that you have solved in your life, you did not just solve that problem for you. You solved that problem so that you can also help somebody else solve their problem, right? God trusts you with the person and the people that He is putting in your path. So this is not something that you take lightly. This is not something that you just decide that you want to do so that you could just make money, right? This is not that. And so if that's where your mind is, if you just want a quick side hustle to, just make a quick extra $100, this is not that. This is a responsibility to which God has allowed you to get through the things that you have been able to get through so that you can help somebody else get through those things, right? So that you can pull somebody else up behind you. And so I want you to remind yourself, one, that you deserve the blessings that are going to come from you helping somebody else, and that somebody else is waiting for you to show up. That person that cannot figure out the things that you have already figured out is waiting for you to show up. And the longer you take, the longer they are going to be lost, right? The longer they're going to have that problem. And God specifically assigned that person to you. God has assigned you to me. God has assigned me to you. And if I had to figure out and I had to go through whatever I went through to be able to get to my first sale so that you can get to your first sale, I didn't get to my first sale just for me. I got to my first sale for us. I got to my first sale for you so that I'll be able to get on and talk to you and give you the information, the knowledge, and everything that I've learned on my journey. So this is not just about you. This journey, this experience is not just about you. And I know the last thing that we want to do is to disappoint God, right? We don't want to show up in a way where God feels like, oh, He shouldn't have entrusted us with the people that He did, because God doesn't make mistakes. If God has placed that desire in your heart to do something bigger than what it is that you are doing now, it's because He knows that you can. It's because in the future, you have already done it. That's why you can't sleep about it. That's why you keep watching videos. That's why you keep trying to figure out how to get it done, because you have already done it in the future. You are now trying to figure it all out and put the pieces of the puzzle together. So show up for your person, show up for the responsibility that God has placed on your life, and show up for you. Be the person that you wish that you had when you was going through that problem, when you had that thing that you couldn't figure out, but you ended up figuring it out some way, some shape, some form. Be the person that you wish that you had to sit down with you and say, this is what I need you to, this is what I need you to do. This is what you should do. Try doing this. Consider doing that. Be the person that you wish you had when you were going through the problems that you was going through. Be the person that you wish you had when you didn't know what you know today, right? Show up as the person that you wish that would have held your hand and walked you down and through the process, right? Again, this is not about you, right? This is about you showing up for the person that needs you. That person, to some degree, is the version of you that had to figure it out. That person is the version of you that didn't know how to do the things that you know how to do, right? So look at it as you showing up for yourself, showing up for that version of you. The same way you showed up for yourself, the same way you figured it out, the same way that you came up with a solution, some way, some shape, some form. Whether you graduated in a certain amount of time, whether you went back to school, whether you got your degree, you learn how to dog walk, whatever it is, however it is that you solve that problem for yourself, show up and give that person, that version of you, the information that you wish that you had. You're going to see how doors start opening up for you, because now you are removing it's not all about you. You are removing yourself from the equation, and now you are showing up for somebody else. And that's the gift that keeps on giving, because when you show up for, not only when you show up for yourself, but when you show up for somebody else, you give somebody else, you give that person the drive, the motivation to want to show up, right? To want to do something more than what they are doing, right? So show up for yourself and show up for the version of you that you wish you had when you were in that place in your life. That's it for today's video, you guys. I hope that you found value. I know that you found value. So go ahead and click the subscription button. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Like this video. And if you need any more assistance in trying to figure out what it is that you want to offer this world, if whatever it is that you're doing right now just seems completely out of alignment, I invite you to click the link down in the description box below. I will see you on the inside of my community, but if not, I will most certainly see you on the next video. Bye, guys.